Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, Jaguar released official pricing here in the U.S. market for the brand new all-electric I-Pace. Now, we've talked about the European pricing when this vehicle actually made its debut, and they're talking about this vehicle being available on U.S. shores in the back half of 2018 with a starting price of $69,500 US. Now again, that's a starting price, so if you want to throw some options at it, obviously this pricing could ramp up quite quickly. But apparently you can head on down to your Jaguar dealership and put your reserve on yours today. Next up on the list, we all know about Aston Martin and Red Bull's love child known as the Valkyrie, but apparently Aston Martin and Red Bull want a little bit more of that automotive pie that is the automobile world as we know it. According to the folks over at Autocar, Aston Martin and Red Bull want to take on the likes of Ferrari, McLaren, and Porsche. They want to build a machine that will go head-to-head with the LaFerrari, the P1, and the 918 Spider. And apparently a lot of work has already been going on about this machine, so we may hear a whole lot more about this in the back half of 2018. Next up on the list, Ford showing off another rendition of the California Special. 1967 was the first ever Mustang California Special, and here we are so many years later, and we get another edition. In fact, I've got a little seat time in a mid-2000 California Special that a buddy of mine owned. Now, the brand new Mustang GT-CS, as it's known, comes with bespoke badging all over the machine, including the rear fascia, a bespoke front grille for this machine that's all blacked out, wheels that are exclusive just to the California Special, along with a lot of badging on the interior as well. The vehicle comes exclusive with a 1,000-watt premium audio system and is exclusive as well to the V8, the 5-liter Coyote V8, normally aspirated, making 460 horsepower and 420 pounds-feet of torque. Either shifted through the automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual that's got the brand new rev matching option. Obviously, you can get it in convertible and hardtop trims, and this vehicle is going to be available in the summer of 2018, but no official pricing has been released as of yet. Next up on the list, Lamborghini celebrating a massive milestone. In fact, the largest ever selling Lamborghini of all time was the Gallardo, and now the successor is here, that being the Huracan. It's only been around for 4 years, started off in 2014, and Lamborghini celebrating just Tuesday, the 13th of March, that they built the 10,000th Huracan to ever be built. Which I have to say is a big milestone. Lamborghini's really killing it with this small edition vehicle. They also had a nice little sit down with the folks over at Car and Driver, who are reporting that Lamborghini not only is already working on the next edition of the Aventador, or the successor to that particular machine, and Lamborghini's already stated that they're sticking with the normally aspirated V12 for that vehicle, even though it's going to have a little bit of electrification to help it jump through the hoops, that is fuel economy numbers and CO2 numbers. But they're also talking that the Huracan will stick with the V10 option, even though it will get a little electrification as well. And they won't go the V8 turbo route like their actual competition, that being the 488 and obviously the 720 from the folks over at McLaren. So that's kind of interesting news to hear that these guys are actually going to stick with that particular power plant. Even though that electrification is going to give it a fair amount of oomph too. Not only is it going to help in the fuel economy, you're really going to be able to feel it in the rear seat of this machine, or I guess I should say the front seat of this machine. You're going to feel it in your rear when this thing accelerates. So big congratulations to Lamborghini for building 10,000 Huracans so far. This vehicle is going to sell a whole lot more. Last up on the list, some interesting little stuff coming out from the Daily Mail about the Grand Tour. And the way the Daily Mail is spilling it is that the Grand Tour is in a little bit of trouble, that the folks over at Amazon are not really pleased with the performance of their brand new streaming show. And it was wildly reported when the Grand Tour first came out and announced that it was going to be on Amazon Prime, that Amazon got a huge influx of people who couldn't wait to stream this brand new show. And even though the first season wasn't that great, the second season I thought was really great. So it's kind of interesting. If Amazon is dumping the Grand Tour after its 3-season contract, meaning only 1 season could be left, would be kind of odd, at least in my mind, but not to be said, that if they're getting a lot of traction from other programs, this could be true. Even though we haven't heard anything out of Andy Willman, Richard Hammond, or James May, of course, Jeremy Clarkson, not to be shy at all, took to Twitter, called the Daily Mail some nasty names, and claimed that there is absolutely no truth to this particular rumor. So I'm always of that type of feeling that when there's smoke, there's fire, so there may be something going on with this deal. We'll have to wait and see in the future. So definitely stay in tuned of what we may hear about this coming up over the next several months. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you like us, jump on over to the Facebook page. Like us over there. You really have to check out a new video from the folks over at Gears and Gasoline talking about, you know what, there's a lot of hate in this world. There's a lot of hate in the automobile world for other people and the kind of cars that they like. It's a great little video. It really puts some perspective on, you know what, we're all car people. We should all just get along is really what should happen in this world. You find another car person, you may find another friend for life. So I think this is a good video to remind us all of this particular deal. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time. Get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.